Hey Taurus babies, this is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope you guys are having a good week. I hope if you've had a birthday this week like I have, that it was spectacular and off the chain. Those of you that have birthdays coming up here the last few days in Taurus, happy birthday to you. Haven't forgotten my April Tauruses. Happy birthday to y'all too. Shit, party for the whole month. Okay, why not? Two more shuffles, Taurus, two more shuffles. So this is going to be Taurus and Aries. Sitting in a tree. Kissing. This will be for the rest of May on through the first couple of weeks of June. So about a month's worth of stuff. And I'm still shuffling. Who knew? Huh. So this is a 9 card. 3 for recent past, 3 for current, 3 for future, 2 for overall, 3 for guidance from the universe. Reminder, I do my cards straight up. So let's see what we got going on for Taurus and Aries. So let's get to the bottom of the deck first. Yeah, her. And what I've been doing, for those of you that have been watching, I've been pulling the second card. So that's the Justice card. 5 of coin and the Justice card. I promise you the Justice card will make himself known when we get to it. But your overall energy, Taurus, with your Aries is one of, I really don't feel like going through this bullshit no more. I'm good. Thank you. Let's go on out here and see what we got, Taurus. So for your recent past, you got the World card. And they both came out at the same time. Princess of Swords, Knight of Wands. And just by that Knight of Wands sitting there, that's telling me whoever you're dealing with is being very immature, Taurus. Oh, Lord. Okay, for your current energy, 7 of Coins, Ace of Wands. Yeah, shit. In the Moon card, right underneath that Knight of Wands. I ain't got much to say about that yet. Future energy. 4 of Swords. Trying to heal that mind. Yes, Lord. Ace of Coins. And the Empress. All right, Taurus, let's find out what's going on with you and your Aries. You know what, Taurus? Ain't none of us having it easy right now, one way or the other. Some of us are coming out of shit. Others of us are just realizing we in this shit, need to get out of this shit. And there's just some of us are just tired of the shit. Either way, don't feel like you're the Lone Ranger, Taurus, with your Aries, because everybody is going through it. Your recent past with the World card, that's telling me that you really are not feeling, you weren't feeling the completion or the successfulness of this relationship. That it's a major arcana card. It just feels like in this relationship, Taurus, you being put on a path to move away from it. That's the only way I can tell you about feeling this energy. Whatever is going on with your Aries, I have a feeling there's some third party shit going on here, but it's being masked as something else. Oh, that's just a friend. Oh, that's just my ex. Oh, that's just the person I study with at class. That kind of bullshit. That's what I'm getting back from this. With the Princess of Swords there, it got out of hand. At some point, I'm sure it just got out of hand. Fuck you and fuck you too. No fuck you, well no fuck you more. How about that? Just that quick, that fast. And a lot of this, Taurus, is mental. The communication is kind of getting crossed because nobody's listening. That's what it boils down to. Nobody is listening to shit. You're not listening. The Aries ain't listening. Ain't nobody listening. And so y'all are talking at each other and not to each other. And so that doesn't do anything but just cause a fight. And that's what you guys are doing. To the Knight of Wands, the person you may be dealing with, Taurus, as far as your Aries, they may be very immature. They may be young. This is their energy. Aries is fire. This is their energy. And the feeling is you just can't do kindergarten anymore. You cannot just be out here telling folks you should not be doing this and you're still doing this. And again, with the placement of these two cards and just the way that I laid them out on the table, the Five of Coins, that's you all day, Taurus. I don't care what nobody say, that's you all day. And you have completely and totally turned your back on this Aries. To your current energy with the Seven of Coins, you are just trying to go back and you just looking over what went on. And I had to say this in another reading. You just kind of are in review right now in terms of where you want to be personally, of where you want to be romantically, and probably where you want to be professionally. And you're just looking at the landscape, Taurus, trying to see where you need to kick it in and where you need to take it back, especially with this relationship. It seems like you're just done with it. You're not trying to move on with this person at all. With the Ace of Wands being your centerpiece card, you just said, fuck it. You lost. You are currently feeling this. There's no inspiration. There's no motivation. There's nothing. You're not feeling this. When you talk about this relationship with this Aries, it's gone, fire out, gone, and that is your challenge, because I feel like you cared a lot about this person, but they just made it impossible because they were doing a lot of silly, stupid shit, up to and including third-party activity, and that's just what's resonating back to me. Parao comes right out when it's supposed to. This is the second card we pulled from the bottom of the deck as far as overall energy. In this current energy of review, where you are looking back and thinking about everything that's gone on, you're also looking at what part you played in it, and if there is something, or if there was something that could have been done differently or better. And again, I'm just getting a whole sense of fuck it. Whatever. I'll take responsibility for all this shit. Just leave. That's exactly how that's how it feels. Just like, why are we even still talking about this? Just go. With the Moon card here, you're finding out, Taurus, that your person has secrets and shit. And if you haven't gotten just to this point just yet, just be on the lookout. You're going to hear something. Somebody, and it feels like it's family related, so maybe somebody from this person's family is going to just do an oops. You got Memorial Day coming up. So it might even happen that weekend where you're in a gathering of people and somebody is going to be a slip of the tongue. And what the fuck, what did you just say? What? That. Be mindful of this. Also be mindful this is a major card. So this will probably, if you haven't had this moment yet, it's coming. And when it gets here, this will probably be the thing to seal the coffin for this relationship. You probably just going to be done. You're not going to have nothing else to say. And that's how that whole activity is going to get played out. With your future energy, the Four of Swords, you heard me when I flopped it down. You're going to take a break because you need to do some emotional healing. You need to do some mental healing because you feel like you've been mind fucked 5 times over and you just going to need a damn break. However, it's another one on the way, Taurus. It's on the way. It's on the way. And this may be for some of you, however this is resonating, somebody you peeped out a while ago and just said, okay, I'm in this shit right here, so let me just focus on this shit right here and keep it moving. But this person never really never far from your mind, Taurus. So it may be that person. For others of you, this may be someone that you socialize with, i.e. school, church, temple, mosque, gym. And you're just going to be like, oh, you know what, yeah, we can go to coffee, we can do that, sure. It's that kind of energy. As I say this and speak this, I can kind of feel some of the weight lifting off of you, Taurus. So some of the stress and the strain that you've gone through with your Aries, when you get to this point in the near future, it may even go as far as well into summer. But when you get here, you're going to feel a sense of relief because this person, maybe another earth sign or an air sign, they're going to heal you. They're going to make you know everything is okay despite what you've gone through and make you feel like the empress. Yes, I'm the queen. Thank you. Well, I'm almost the queen, but I'm close enough. Thank you. And at that point, you will get your self-confidence back, Taurus. So if you're feeling a little shaky right now, and if you're feeling like the inspiration has just gone, it's coming back. Definitely take this time to do some journaling, do some meditating. It is warm pretty much in this part of the world, in the States, in North America, it's pretty warm. Most places still kind of cool on the East Coast. But get outside, walk around. If you live in a safe place, do that. If not, get in your who ride and go to a safe place and go walk around in the park. Sit down. You ain't got to have a plan or an agenda. Just go sit down and check out what other people are doing. Get out of your head for a minute. That will help heal your head. This is definitely time you're going to need to spend by yourself, Taurus, so you can kind of heal from all of this. When you get to a point where you're saying fuck it about everything, and I get the sense that a lot of Tauruses with their Aries in this last little stretch of this have been like, fuck it, whatever, do you, fuck it, fine, fuck it, whatever. That takes a lot out of you, because it's almost like you're conceding to just fucking defeat. Fine, you want to act a fool, fine, go, bye. And it takes energy out of you to do that. I know people don't realize that, but it does, really, because you're suppressing one part of you just to say, fuck it, I don't even feel like being bothered. And so for all that you suppress, you burn up a lot of energy doing that. So take this time as it comes. In the near future could be tomorrow, could be next week, but take this time to really heal your head, and the universe is telling me to not take everything that happened within the situation with the Aries so personally. A lot of that went on in this relationship had a lot to do with them and a lot less to do with you, Taurus. Just be mindful of that. With the major cards on the board, if we just wanted to start with one side of the coffin being slammed shut, it's up here with the World card. If you want to deal with the other part of the coffin being shut, it's down here with the Moon card. However, with this being the last card on the board for the complete 9 cards, this is to me a good omen that whatever you decide to get into that's new down here will help you get your self-esteem back. And please know, Taurus, like I said, this is a lot less you and a lot more of the other person. So don't feel like you need to carry the weight of the world around on your shoulders on somebody else's bullshit. This should be your overall energy. Fuck it, I'm walking away. I can't do you no more, goodbye. Taking responsibility. You don't take on more than what's yours, Taurus. I know it's easy to say, fuck it, I'm going to take the hit for this one, but don't take on more. If this person was cheating on you, if they were doing some old fucked up online emotional bullshit, you don't have to take responsibility for that, because that's not you and not what you were doing. And I have to say this, the reverse could be true. If you're cross-watching Aries for this, you might be the Taurus that I'm referring to in this conversation, and they may have just screwed you around. Take responsibility for what's yours, however this is resonating for whoever it's resonating with. Don't take on more than what is yours, though. Don't take on just to be taking on some bullshit just to be done with it, because emotionally that's not good either in the long term. Let's see what the universe has for guidance for you, Taurus. Yep, there's the Hermit card, 10 of Wands, 4 Cups. So I can just off the rip. The universe is telling you to go ahead. This ain't about being lost. You can't find no light or some other shit. It's about you, Taurus, getting in your head a little bit, taking some time to step back from whatever romantic bullshit, and just kind of taking the time to heal yourself, think to yourself, analyze whatever you need to analyze, and get the process of letting it go started. All your hard work, baby, is going to pay off. It's going to pay off. The very thing this person is probably telling you, you know, you're not going to ever be good with somebody else. I'm the only one, Blow that shit out the window. All your hard work, Taurus, will pay off with the right person. Just know that. Universe wants you to know that. At the end of the day, with the Four of Cups, do the emotional healing. Don't get bored and don't be looking at the grass being greener on the other side and what you shoulda, coulda, woulda done, all that bullshit. Fours, and that is sitting next to the Four of Swords. Four Cups of Four of Swords. You need to take some time. Heal yourself emotionally, heal yourself mentally, and let the universe aid you in that process. Ask your angels whatever you need to ask them to help you get through this. I don't see this and don't feel this as one where, as far as the Taurus is concerned, this is a whole lot of breakdown tear shit. Y'all like, fuck that. I'm not crying over this bullshit here. Give me something better to cry about. That's the feeling. So just know you need to, as well as heal mentally, you also need to heal up emotionally. So you can give yourself time to kind of regenerate and get away from the energy of this situation with your Aries. And don't forget, you got new stuff coming. You got new stuff coming. Let's see what the Oracle cards have, Taurus. Awareness. Oh. Let's go from the other deck. See what it has. Meditate. Well, repeating more of the same. Awareness, just so we understand how this is relating to anything. Be aware of how you're feeling, Taurus. Again, talking about the mental and emotional healing. Be aware. Sitting, another astrologer that I read frequently, and she's good for saying, sit in your feels. Just sit in your feels for a while. And that's what you should do right now, Taurus. You should just sit in your feels and become aware of how you're feeling and why you're feeling that way. If you are not giving a fuck about any of this, why don't you give a fuck? This was a relationship you obviously chose to get into, and one that you stuck with for some amount of time. So why do you feel like fuck it? Become aware of how you're feeling, Taurus, so you understand not only the parts you played, but the parts you didn't play. How about that? Become aware. Become aware of how you're feeling, because if you've been saying fuck it for a minute, that creates numbness, and numbness in turn just creates a total blindness of everything. So start taking some of the blinders off so you can begin to address and figure out why you're in this situation, and become aware of your feelings and why you feel that way and where you need to work on whatever. And a good way to do that, meditate. Meditate. That is a good way to do all of that. Taurus, I love you very much. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. And I will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.